Hello friends, today we'll talk about cholinergic drugs. What are cholinergic drugs? Acetylcholine is a major neurohumoral transmitter at autonomic, somatic as well as central sites. The cholinergic drugs are the drugs which produce action similar to that of acetylcholine, either by directly interacting with cholinergic receptors, these are cholinergic agonists, or by increasing availability of acetylcholine at these sites. These are known as anticholine esterases. This is how synthesis of acetylcholine occurs. First, acetyl-CoA is produced by mitochondria, and acetyl-CoA and choline are acted upon by an enzyme which produces acetylcholine. These acetylcholine are then grouped into a synaptic vesicle, and these synaptic vesicles, when there is an action potential, these vesicles they just attached to the synaptic cleft, and the acetylcholine is released in the synaptic cleft. These acetylcholine they attach to the cholinergic receptors which are present on the postsynaptic membrane, and once there is action potential in the postsynaptic membrane, then the acetylcholine esterase acetylcholine esterases, these enzymes they break down acetylcholine into acetate and choline. This choline is then again taken back into the presynaptic membrane and used again. Cholinergic receptors, these are of two types. First one is muscarinic receptors. Muscarinic receptors are again of 5 types. First one is M1. M1 are present in ganglionic cells and CNS, in cortex, hippocampus, and corpus striatum. Their physiological role is gastric acid secretion and relaxation of lower esophageal sphincter. M1 are also responsible for EPSP. EPSP is excitatory postsynaptic potential. It is a change in membrane voltage of postsynaptic cell following the influx of positively charged ions into a cell, especially Na+, as a result of activation of ligand sensitive channels. The third action is histamine release and acid secretion, and the fourth one is learning, memory, and motor functions. The other muscarinic receptor is M2 receptor. It is present in cardiac muscarinic. It is of cardiac muscarinic receptor. It mediate vagal bradycardia and autoreceptors in cholinergic nerve endings. The third one are M3 receptors. M3 receptors are present in visceral smooth muscles, glands, and vascular endothelium. Also present in iris and ciliary muscles. Visceral smooth muscle, these are contracted by M3, constriction of pupil, contraction of ciliary muscle, and vasodilation. M4 and M5 have minor functions, and they are both present in CNS. They are of not that importance. The other type is the nicotinic type, nicotinic receptors. Nicotinic receptors are again of two types, NM and NN. NM are located in skeletal muscle end plate. Their function is contraction of skeletal muscle, and mechanism of action is postsynaptic and synaptic, increase sodium and potassium ions permeability. NN are located in autonomic ganglia of all types, sympathetic, parasympathetic, and adrenal medulla. Function is depolarization and postganglionic impulse, stimulate all autonomic ganglia. Mechanism of action is excitatory, Na+, K+, and calcium channel opener. You can remember NM and NN channel location by NM are present in muscles and NN are present at nerve endings. Classification. Cholinergic agonists are classified as directly acting and indirectly acting. Directly acting cholinergics are choline esterase and alkaloids. Some choline esters are acetylcholine, bethanocol, and carbachol. And another type of directly acting cholinergics are alkaloids. These are pilocarpine and muscarine. Choline esters are the drugs that are just like acetylcholine, and they just they have similar shape and similar features of acetylcholine, and thus they just replace acetylcholine. Alkaloids are the drugs which act similar to acetylcholine, and they have the same actions as acetylcholine, but their shape is very different. Thus, they do not use the same receptors. Other type are indirectly acting. These are known as anticholinesterases because they decrease the amount of cholinesterase, and thus it increases the amount of acetylcholine. These are again of two types: reversible and irreversible. Reversible are carbamates. Some examples are physostigmine, neostigmine, pyridostigmine, edrophonium, rivastigmine, etc. And irreversible anticholinesterases are OP compounds or organophosphates. Examples of OP compounds are parathione, malathione, diflos, and ecothiopate. Acetylcholine. The muscarinic actions are first on CVS. On heart, it stimulates M2 receptors and opens K plus channels, resulting in hyperpolarization. Thus, SA and AV nodal activity is reduced. Therefore, it has a negative chronotropic effect, that is, it decreases heart rate. Negative inotropic effect, that is, it reduces force of contraction. And negative dromotropic effect, that is, it reduces AV conduction. On the blood vessels, it stimulates M3 receptors of vascular endothelial cells, which release endothelium-dependent relaxing factors, or EDRF for short, which lead to vasodilation and fall in BP. Another muscarinic action is on smooth muscles. On GIT, it increases the tone of gut, increases GI secretions, and increases peristaltic movements. In urinary bladder, it contracts detrusor muscle and relaxes trigone and sphincter. Thus, it leads to urination. On bronchi, bronchospasm and increase tracheobronchial secretions. Therefore, it leads to difficulty in breathing. In GIT, it leads to more of digestion and increase in peristaltic movements lead to defecation. Exocrine glands increase in salivary, lacrimal, sweat, bronchial, gastric, and other GI secretions. On eye, it leads to contraction of circular muscles of iris, which causes miosis, and contraction of ciliary muscle, spasm of accommodation, increased outflow facility, reduction in intraocular tension. Nicotinic actions are first of all on autonomic ganglia. Both sympathetic and parasympathetic ganglia are stimulated at higher doses, but at high doses, acetylcholine is given only after atropine because it causes tachycardia and rise in BP due to stimulation of sympathetic ganglia and release of catecholamines. On skeletal muscles, intra-arterial injection of high dose can cause twitching and fasciculations, but IV injection is generally without any effect because of rapid hydrolyzation of acetylcholine. On CNS actions, acetylcholine injected IV does not penetrate blood-brain barrier and does not cause any central effects. Therefore, however, direct injection into the brain produces arousal response followed by depression. Uses. Choline esters are rarely, if ever, clinically used. Acetylcholine is not used because of evanescent and non-selective action. Methacholine was occasionally used to terminate paroxysmal supraventricular tachycardia, but is obsolete now. And bethanacol has now been used in postoperative and postpartum non-obstructive urinary retention, neurogenic bladder, congenital megacolon, and GERD. Thank you.